Well, it's been a celebration of African literacy at the Abantu Book Festival, which is currently underway with some of the country's top authors and writers under one roof, celebrating Black excellence and its immense contribution to the South African literature landscape. Now, the festival is the brainchild of novelist and screenwriter Thando Mgqolozana. We now go back to Simpiwe, who is standing by to give us more excitement from the Lifestyle Center, A2 Lifestyle Center that is down in Soweto. Simpiwe?
Indeed, thank you so much, Pearl. As you've mentioned, now Thando Mgqolozana is actually the brainchild of this festival, and he joins me now. A very good morning to you and welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning, Simpiwe, and thank you for having us at A2.
Indeed. Now, the festival is on its second day. So what's your assessment of the festival in its entirety?
So this is its third day, second last day, and it's the busiest day of the festival because on Saturday everybody is free. The day is looking great. We've got some events by Ziximda, Thando Mgqolozana, Ayobami Adebayo, Shubnam Khan, Kyurapetso Khositsile, and others. And then later on, we are going to Soweto Theatre. In fact, the day events take place here at AA2, and then later on, we go to Soweto Theatre, where we have some performances and then panel discussions.
I'm particularly fascinated by the diversity in the lineup. I mean, as you've mentioned, the country's top authors and writers and playwrights. Why was it important for you to include some of the authors from the rest of the continent?
So we want Abantu Book Festival to have a pan-African outlook. In fact, we don't recognize these borders because these borders were not created for us, then they were not created by us. So if we're going to create a book festival for Black people, it has to be inclusive of everybody in the country. We're not even close to the ideal because most of the authors that you have here are from Anglophone Africa. We don't have anyone from Lusophone and Francophone Africa, so there's still a lot to be done, but we want to make it as pan-African as possible.
And it's strictly for Black authors. Why is that?
Well, in my experience as a published writer for nearly a decade now, we've been participating in other book festivals, which are mostly organized in white communities, which are white dominated in terms of audience, in terms of cultural production, and we've always been feeling like additions to these things when we should be central. So we had to create a platform that was going to put Black people at the center, right? And this was about loving ourselves enough to do something about what we see as our continued oppression and our continued marginalization.
Thando, you will agree with me that storytelling is a universal narrative. There is no white storytelling or Black storytelling. So take us through that. I mean, won't that cause a rift between Black storytellers and white storytellers?
So storytelling is not innocent like anything else. Culture is not innocent. A part of colonization was about cultural domination, right? So that means there's no such thing as, innocent and peaceful storytelling. So we want to tell stories that or centralized stories in this festival that portray us in a dignified and respectful manner, the way we imagine ourselves, the way we regard ourselves. Not stories that put us in the margins, not stories that put us as barbarians, basically.
Now, part of the activities is the children's program, and I think it's one of the biggest initiatives since you've launched it a year ago. Take us through that.
Well, last year we unfortunately could not have a children's program, and I thought that we would have failed if we did not create a space for children this year. Last year you had parents coming here and they could not attend panel discussions because they were sitting with their children. So this year we've got a wonderful children's space that is curated by Gnam Mhlope. For me, it's the highlight of the thing. Not only do we have a children's space, but we've also bought books that are written by Thando Mgqolozana in our indigenous languages, and every child that is going to be here will walk away with a book that is written in their mother tongue. So I'm very, very pleased about that.
All right, Thando, thank you so much for chatting to us this morning, and all the best. And kudos to you for having organized this event of such magnitude.
Thank you, Simpiwa.
All right, that is the festival founder, Thando Mgqolozana, speaking to us about the festival, about the nature of this festival and the history of the festival. As he just mentioned, the Ayatu Center will be the home of the festival during the day, which is all the day activities will be taking place, and later on in the evenings we'll go to Soweto Theatre, where the discussions and the workshops and the sessions will be taking place, moderated by the country's top authors. This is Morning Live. Let's go for an ad break. We'll be right back with more shortly after this.